the volume. Okay, making sure that hold on, guys. Oh my goodness. Okay, black screen. Because wait, yeah, that was my finger trying to set it up. You know what? I ain't gonna mess with it because it's probably gonna mess up again. So hi, this is fine anyway. Okay, so um, hopefully anybody can hear me that's watching this video or that's going to be watching the video soon or later. Basically, I wanted to talk about Adam and Eve. Um, right quick. I heard a couple of stories about Adam and Eve. I'm not saying, well, what I'm about to say, I'm not saying that it's true. I mean, that this is what happened. And I'm also saying that this is not what happened. I'm just saying, the possibilities. So that's why I'm just going to be talking about Adam and Eve because recently I came across a couple of videos actually where people was talking about Lilith. A couple of videos was talking about Lilith, and other videos was talking about Adam and Eve. Like it was just coming through my time feed for different reasons. Well, I guess for this particular reasons, because I was just thinking about it. I mean, I wasn't thinking about it until I seen the videos, but after seeing the videos, I'm like, let me, it's some stuff that I'm thinking about after watching the videos or whatever. And one particular video was about Lilith, which was like I said, it's different, man. It's different stories about Eve, it's different stories about Adam, it's different stories about Lilith, about the serpent, the tree. It's so many different things. So and so basically it's so many different possibilities of the truth, of the facts, was fiction, was true, was not true, all that good stuff. So, and it is basically like whatever that you choose to believe that makes sense to you, then hey, it is what it is because hey, whatever. Oh, and I'm drinking coffee too, and it's 2:06 in the afternoon. I'm drinking coffee. Okay. So one particular video about Lilith, um, the guy was saying, and I've seen plenty of videos throughout the years about her, but the recent one that I seen a couple of days ago, the content creator, he was saying how Lilith, she wasn't a bad person. She was just a person that had everybody, basically that like for some reason God demonized women because of her, but she was the one who, in a sense, was the hero, quote unquote. She was like the rebellious one because she didn't want to put up with no bullshit. So for her standing up for herself and having confidence, she was put out of the garden and she was demonized. She was just like, people consider her like bad. And then the guy was saying was like three people who came to her. And I think this was in the book of Enoch he was reading from, and he was saying it was like three angels that came to her wherever she was at. It was like, look, man, go back to Adam, like he ain't that bad, yada yada yada. And she was like, no, I don't want to go back to him, and yada yada yada. So the three angels was like, well, hey, is your choice. You want to go back to Adam? Okay, then you're going to fend for yourself then. So basically the three angels, I guess, reported back to Adam and God and was like, Lilith ain't coming back. So then it was like, oh, well, we got to demonize her. Anybody that speak her name, anybody that follows her, anybody that agrees with her, anybody that likes her, we got to like tear them apart, and we got to tear her apart. We got to make her seem bad because what she didn't want to be with Adam. How dared her? How dare she? Oh, and Dare is a word that's in my name, dare. So it was like, how dare her not to want to be with Adam? What? So we're gonna do a smear campaign and all this other stuff to make her look bad, to make her seem bad. We're gonna create all these stories that she's a succubus, a incubus, a succubus, whatever for the female, and that she takes children and all that stuff that they created. So again, this is it could be true, it could be not true. I'm just saying, just something to think about. There's just something to think about. These are my thoughts at the moment. So I'm talking it out, really. I mean, I was talking in my mind for a couple of days. So now I'm like talking it out to see how things sound and what it is or what it could be or the possibilities. Y'all know what I'm saying. So so that's basically how like Lilith became like a quote unquote bad person, and how she was ostracized. I'm about to say castorized. She was ostracized. Hold on, am I live? Wait, hold on. I'm trying to pull myself up. Make sure Demetria Hemphill, the movie. Not yet. Not yet. Hold on. I'm sorry. I mean, I know I can. It's like, girl, if you don't multitask, if you don't multitask, okay. You don't multitask, okay. I don't like the way I'm sounding. Okay, let me turn it down. Alrighty. So, getting back to what I was saying. Um, yeah. So that's how like the story of Lilith kind of came about from like the Book of Enoch. I didn't read the Book of Enoch, but that's what like throughout the years I heard stuff about Lilith. So that's how she became like this bad, evil person because she ain't want to be with Adam and everything like that. So they told negative stories about her. So people looked at her throughout the years as a bad person, like, oh, she want to come get all the children at night. She don't like women. She don't like men. She's a bad person. If you see her, it's evilness, yada, yada, yada. Or because she stood up, they'd be like, I ain't want to be with Adam. Now, okay, so now I'm about to talk about my thoughts. Again, I'm not saying this is what happened. I'm not saying this is not what happened. All I'm saying is this is my perspective, okay? From all the stuff that I've been hearing and a couple of stuff that I read, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so it's possibilities, okay? So wait, let me drink a little bit of coffee. Okay, so whew, okay, so Adam, I mean, well, we're going to get to Adam and Eve, but this is about Lilith and Adam. Okay, so my perspective is about the whole being on top, the freaky deakiness, the sexual part of it, the sex, whatever. So there's also a story that Lilith didn't want to be on the bottom when Adam and her was having sex, intercourse. And Adam wanted to be on top, and Lilith wanted to be on top. And Adam was like, no, you got to be submissive. You got to be on the bottom, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so that's like the main story that I heard in my teenage years, in my 20s, and yada, 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 about Lilith. Not really knowing too much about her, but that's like the story. She didn't want to be on the bottom. She wanted to be on top where they was having sex. Okay. So getting to thinking about it a couple of days ago, like I said, things came through my news feed and I'm watching some videos. I'm like, this is just me now. This is, me. I ain't saying it's true. I ain't saying it's not true, but this is me. I'm just thinking, what kind of bullshit is that? Because I'm gonna throw in some personal experiences of mine. Some personal experience, not all. But from my personal experience, a lot of the guys that I have been with in the past, they like to be rode. They like a female to ride them. So that means a female will have to be on top. I mean, from my perspective, a female to ride a guy, the female would have to be on top to ride the guy. And from my perspective, from my personal experiences, a lot of guys, I mean, for me, a lot of guys like it when I ride, you know. So I'm like, it's like, hey, get on top. And, like me to do some other stuff. But besides the other stuff, just getting on top, and I don't even mind riding. And I'm like, that's what the guys like too. Like, hey, whatever, whatever. So that means the guy is on the bottom. Now I don't know how y'all do it, wherever y'all do, but again, from my personal perspective, when I ride a guy, I'm on top and the guy is laying down. So getting back to Lilith and Adam, Adam, he probably had a little small little wee wee. But then again, maybe not, because I done been with some guys who had small wee wees. But with that, I have to with that, I would have to be, well, no, because I know how to do some things to make things happen. So I really can't say, oh, I prefer to be on top or on the bottom with the guy who got a small wee wee. But I'm gonna say, well, okay, because I've been with guys who got small wee wees, and I know how to make it happen, and they be satisfied. I just got to do some stuff, but it's natural stuff. Like I ain't doing no. People might consider it magic tricks, but I'm just doing some stuff that I can get a feel for it. And me trying to get a feel for what's inside of me, I got to do some stuff that I can't even explain it. I can't even explain it. But if you know, you know. But I'm just saying, as far as him wanting to be on top and having her on the bottom, I'm like, nigga. I mean, I ain't saying nigga, but I'm like, dude, don't you get a better feeling when she's on top? Like, so if a guy, okay, getting back to Adam and Lilith, you telling me Adam was so upset and mad that because Lilith wanted to ride him, he didn't want her to ride. He didn't want her to, I mean, come on, dude. I mean, just thinking about it, I'm like, I mean, I don't know. I guess there's some guys out there that don't like females riding them. I guess. I don't know. I haven't met any, but I guess it's out there because everything is not for everybody. I guess. I'm assuming. But for my personal experience, guys like female, well, they like it when I ride. And I'm quite sure there's a lot of guys out there that like it when other females ride too. They ain't gonna be pressed. Hey, girl, you always on the bottom. I always gotta be on top. Like, nah. So that's, I'm like, that whole story. Like, oh, she didn't want to lay on the bottom, and Adam got mad, and she got mad, so she left the garden because she didn't want him to be on top. Now, unless Adam was a fat ass bastard, why am I about to say bastard? Goodness gracious. I mean, unless Adam was fat, and I meant to say obese. I came out and said bastard. So somebody, I don't know, um, I don't even know where that word came from, but I meant to say obese. Unless Adam was actually obese, but you would think, why would an obesity person be in the garden when it's like fruits and vegetables? So why would he be obese? Now I can see that. And Lilith is like, listen, you fat fuck. I don't want to be underneath of you. You suffocating me. I gotta be on top, Adam. You so fucking fat and you be sweating on me. It's hot out here. Nigga, just get the fuck off me. Let me just get on top because I cannot breathe with your fat ass on top of me. Get off of me, Adam. I can see that. I can see, if Lilith, was saying that part, Adam was obese. And she's like, no, I got to be on top. And Adam like, no, no, no. But come on, dude, if that really was the case, if Adam was obese, come on, Adam, you ain't looking, well, I'm about saying you look in the mirror, but you ain't look in the pond and see your reflection and see you a little bit too heavy. You couldn't compromise and be like, okay. And another thing, even hitting it from the back. That's when like this whole sexual story. Nowadays, like for me, I'm not falling for it. I don't think it's have anything to do with sex. I mean, I don't. It could be. It could be. Again, this is from what my thoughts, what I'm thinking, because I'm like, I don't. It's just come on, dude. It's other positions. It's the side by side way. When the females laying on the side, with both people on their side, and they're going in and yada yada yada. It's hitting it from the back, the doggy style. Well, I ain't even want to go into anal because that's a whole nother different thing. But I'm just saying hitting it from the back position, like doggy style or whatever. It's that position. So it's other kinds of ways to get freaky without being mad, without having that's the end all be all story. Oh, Lilith wanted to be on top and Adam wanted to be on top, but only one person can be on top. And Adam got mad and was like, no, you got to be on the bottom. You the girl, you the female. You got to be submissive. I only can hump you from the top. You can't get on top and ride me. Like, that's the story that y'all still going with till this day. I don't know. Somebody need to get to the bottom of that. Somebody need to do some more research or come up with something else. Because sex part now, I mean, then I think, well, Demetra is way back in the day. It was probably only one position that they knew. Nah. If they know, listen, no. Ain't even going to, no, they ain't going to be one position. Oh, it's only one position. Nick, I get it. It's probably only one hole. Like I said, disregard the anus. We ain't thinking about the anus quite yet. Yeah, it's only like one hole, for a female. Well, the mouth, but that's probably later on down the line. That's probably when Eve came in that like, hey, something in her mouth. And that's why I think the serpent. Okay, I'm getting into that later with something in her mouth with the serpent and the threesomes and all that. That's if I can get to it in this video, fine. But if not, I'll do another continuation on this video about threesomes, how I feel about the serpent, the threesome. But real quick, I'm like the serpent. Where was his mate? Was it a real snake? Was it a person that was a serpent? Because mind you, see, like I'm jumping forward. I'm getting back to Lilith and Adam. I'm going to get back to them. But real quick, see, can I touch base on this anyway, real quick? The serpent, mind you, at this point in time, this is in Genesis. At this point in time, the animals had already had their mates. Like, it was male, female, I don't know, elephants, horses, donkeys, giraffe, lions, sheep, camels, pigs, whatever, male and female, and that's how Eve came about because God had to have a mate too, because I'm like, how would God know that it's a male and a female? You know what I'm trying, you know what I'm saying? It's like God looking at Adam, like, okay, Adam naming all these animals, these male and female animals. Adam needs somebody to play with, or Adam needs, a companionship. Now, again, how would God know about male and female or companionship if God didn't have a male and female? God supposed to have already experienced stuff before Adam, to know what is needed. Like if God didn't have a mate, how would he know, oh, I got to create animals that have mates if God didn't have a mate? You know what I'm trying to say? I mean, to some people, that's like, oh no, Demetra, God is single. God was never in no relationship. And just a reminder, God is actually a title. God actually has a name. That God is a title. The word God, God, is a title, not a name. But anyways, keep this simple. It's like, yeah, if everybody had mates, male and female, I'm quite sure God was in a relationship as well. Because how would God know, we need males and females down here? Hey, Adam, you need a mate because all these animals got mates. So, Adam, you need a mate as well. I'm like, God had to have one. But hey, that's just me. But I mean, I guess people like God is single. God never has sex. God, hey, God just single and bitter, but giving everybody else relationships. But God was not in no relationship. Like, to me, come on now, that's some bullshit. Like, no, like God had to have a relationship first to know that it was good. Like, damn, this is good. I'm chilling with my person and we having fun and we doing this. Damn, like let's create some other people, male and female, some animals and stuff, because we this is an amazing feeling. We want them to experience this feeling too. So yeah, let's do it. Let's create male and female. Because we feeling good. We want other peoples to feel good too. Other beings. Okay, but anyways, so getting back to the I don't even know what I was going to getting back to, because I just be cutting myself off, going off a topic. But what was I saying? The male and female, the serpent. Okay, yeah, the serpent. So when the serpent came about, the animals was all, and the serpent, I guess, is a snake, right? The serpent is a snake, right? That's what the serpent is. So in different pictures, the serpent is literally a snake. So I'm like, this snake was talking. So this snake was talking to Eve, to Adam. The snake was talking. And then the other pictures, the snake, the serpent was a person. It was like a snake form. I don't know, but it was like a person, but it was like a snakish kind of a form, you know. So I'm like, that's a big ass snake. That was a person. But I'm like, if it was a person, or even if it was an animal, like a regular snake on the ground, but mind you, they did say God did curse the serpent to crawl on his belly. So I guess the snake was just a standing up snake with no legs, no arms, no nothing. It was just was a snake a fucking tree? And then I don't know. But anyways, so what I'm getting at is the serpent, the snake, whatever. Where was their mate at? Because if the serpent was created, hey, we want this, we need that, we need this, and all the animals had mates, that means the serpent had to have a mate, right? I mean, could that be wrong? Or the serpent was the only one that didn't have a mate, and all the other animals had male and female. They had their mates. But the serpent, just out the blue, oh serpent, you just gonna be single. You ain't you. And this is before anything, before Eve came, before Eve and the serpent had a whole conversation, before the snake talked to the lady. I mean, hey, and that could be a possibility too. What if God was like, you know what, snake, I'm just going to create one of you. You ain't going to have no mate. And then, hey, the serpent probably like, what the fuck? What did I do? Oh, okay. Everybody else got their male and female and all happy in relationships and everything. And I'm the serpent. God just left me out. Like, what the fuck? Oh, okay. Oh, let me plot and scheme on Eve and Adam's relationship. I mean, that could be a possibility too. Like, hey, we only creating one serpent, one snake. You freaking just slither around. You ain't having. You're just gonna be by yourself. And then the serpent was like, "Oh, okay. Let me plot on Adam and Eve. Let's see. Let me get them to do some. So let me open up Eve mind to let her know, like y'all been manipulated or whatever. I don't know." But possibilities. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying it's true. And I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just saying it's just something to think about. It's just something to think about. Now I'm gonna get back to. I'm gonna tap on the threesome later. I'm gonna get back to Lilith and everything real quick. All right, it's 2:28. All right, about to be 25 minutes in. Okay, I'm trying to stop at 30 minutes. So yeah, this is going to be another part. But let me get back to Lilith and Adam. Okay. So with the whole sex thing, the freakiness thing, I'm like, Adam, why you didn't want Lilith to ride you. I'm quite sure she would have. Are you that afraid because you knew? Or what if it already happened? Like, what if they already had sex? Like in different positions. She on top, I mean, Lilith on top, Lilith on the bottom, and then doggy style. What if they did all them positions? Just say three positions. She ain't put it in her mouth or anything yet. They just doing that. And then Adam was like, "Damn, it feels so good when she's on top." Like, what if Adam loved that position so freaking much? He was just like, "Damn, it feels good when she ride me. Like, this was so freaking good." Yada yada yada. I'm busting. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And then he like realized, like, wait a freaking minute, maybe an apple hit him on his damn head. And he was like, no, what, it can be on the top? I was created first. Or what if the serpent talked to Adam first and they left that part out? What if the serpent, again, was the only one, didn't have a mate? It was like, I need to plot and scheme on this motherfucking relationship, Lilith and Adam's relationship, because God ain't even create me a mate. What? I'm by my damn self and I'm seeing all these animals, lovey dovey. Here I am, the damn serpent, no mate. And Lilith and Adam is here, and animals is all happy and giddy, creating and having fun, and that looks so good what they doing. I'm talking about having sex. And the serpent was like, what the heck? That's why the serpent was probably changing his tail. Was like, is the tail my mate? Let me go around in circle. Is this my mate? Do I put my tail in my mouth? I see, but okay, let me rewind. Okay, so yeah, so a possibility, like what if the serpent went to Adam and was like, Adam, you're supposed to be on top. This is the plotting and the scheming. He came to Adam secretly while Lilith was off doing something, washing her hair or whatever. And the serpent was like, Adam, I see you enjoying Lilith being on top of you, and she riding you good and everything, and I see your facial expressions, but you a man. You the male. You supposed to be on top. And he's like, what? But no, it feels so good when she rides. Like, oh my goodness. Like, I love it when she rides. Something like, no, nigga, you supposed to be on top. So Adam was like, I don't know. I so much enjoy it. And Serpent got in Adam's head. Like, listen, you ain't no real man. You ain't no real man. She supposed to be on the bottom. You supposed to be on top. A real man, like the girl lay on the bottom. So you a man, right? And Adam like, yeah, of course. Okay, then act like it. Okay. And then the next time, they did some stuff. Adam was like, all right, Lilith, you ain't getting on top no more. You can't ride me no more. Lilith like, what the heck? What's the problem? What's going on? Well, I'm a man. You gotta be on the bottom. Lilith was like, okay, whatever. Come on, man. What position we doing first? And then Adam, hey, he was like, nah, Lilith. And that's how the shit, they start arguing. And it was just like, damn, like I thought you enjoyed me being on top and yada, 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 hitting it from the back and yada, whatever. Adam was like, nah, I'm the man. So that's how the arguments happened. Lilith was like, well, F you, whatever, you little dick mother effer. So, and that's another thing. When I ain't gonna get into too much of my personal experience, but like I said, I've been with all kinds and all sizes. So I know how to work with what I'm giving, with what what is it, given at the particular time, to make it work, at least for him. I'm trying to get mine, but plenty of times I don't get mine, but the guys always get theirs, if y'all know what I mean. And this is back in the day. This is back in the day. So I'm like, hold on, where was I going with this? Oh yeah. So I'm like, like little penises, and I'm just thinking, like, say, how like they have the Greek statues, where the statues be just, the men private parts be out, and it be like so small, and y'all notice the tone of them statues, what ethnicity it looks like a white person. And believe me, I've seen some small black dicks too. But I'm just saying, just keeping it simple. Just keeping it simple. I'm like, in this scenario, Adam probably had like a small wee wee. I don't know, because I'm thinking if this was a big black guy, I'm quite sure his thing would have been, big and huge. And shoe, and I had, man, that was soreness. And what's that? Well, because I don't think I want to do no position, because all positions freaking hurt. When I was with this guy years ago, he was actually my high school sweetheart years ago, of course. So this is way back in the day, and he's African. Yeah, he's like Jamaican and African mix. So, and I remember one comedian. I think it was the guy. I could be wrong, but I think it was the guy who was like, "Try again, motherfucker." I think it was him, the comedian. I could be Michael Blackston. I think it was him, but could have been another comedian. But he said something like, when you have sex with the African black man, he was like, that's like punishment. He was like, this is years ago when I heard this, because he said that's like punishment. The big black men, when you have sex with your wives, they consider that like punishment, because it be hurting and everything. They be sore. So the wives do something that the husband don't like. The husband like, oh, you want to get it tonight, and the wife be like, oh no, like holding herself, because she's like, man, my stuff gonna be sore, you know. So and so I experienced that. I have experienced that. Oh my goodness. So I'm trying to think, like, that was years ago. I can't even remember, but I think all positions. Not when I was in high school. By this time, we was like adults. We was like adults now. Like in our 20s or whatever. And I went to visit him in Minnesota. And man, when I say my cootie was hurting, like when he left to go to work, I had to put hot rag right there in that spot, and I'm just like, oh. And he's like, yeah, when I come back to work, he was like, when I come back from work, it's on, and I'm like, wait a minute, no, don't you want to work overtime? Like, stay a little longer at work? Like, I'm still sore. Oh my goodness! But I think with that, it was like, maybe, I don't know, maybe that time we probably, well, no, because years later, I was still sore a little bit. But I think he was just rough with it. Like, damn, dude, calm down. I don't know. Anyways, okay, getting back to Adam and Lilith. Okay. Sorry. Getting back to Adam and Lilith. So if Adam was like a black guy and he had a big, penis or whatever, I can kind of see I don't know. I'll be hitting it from the back, because with the big something like that, I wouldn't want to lay on my stomach. Well, you're going to feel it in your stomach regardless. Oh, me, I said lay on your stomach. I wouldn't want to lay on my. But for Adam, I don't know. I'm trying to think real fast, because I ain't trying to have this video too long. It's already going on 34 minutes. I'm just saying, for a black guy who got a big dick, or just any guy who got a big penis, to don't want the female to ride. Shoot, I wouldn't even want to ride a big penis like that. Like, if I know it was going to hurt me, I'll be like, nah, I'll lay on my back, because that way I can kind of like guide you, like hold my hand, I don't know, between us. So if you're going too deep, I can be like, wait, push you up a little bit. But if I'm on top and you got a big, what, and from experience, the guy be putting, the hands around your waist while you riding them, like having you go up and down, you're doing it yourself, but they like got the hands around your hips, your waist. So it's like they can boom, boom, boom. And it's just like, wait a minute. I don't know. So let me get off the penis side. So let me get off that, because I gotta think about that. I gotta think about that. But just in general, for a male to not want a female to ride him, to me, that's a bit suspicious. Like, dude, I mean, don't you get more pleasure out of that? Again, I don't know. I'm not a guy, but from what my personal experience is, a lot of guys like it when I ride. So I mean, like all positions, but they ain't gonna not have me ride. You know what I mean? If I say yeah, I want to ride you, they ain't gonna be like, oh no, 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 no. You know, no, they ain't gonna say that. They'll be like, okay, cool, let's do it. You know, but the way the story of Lilith and Adam came about, it just seemed like Adam just was like, no, don't ride me at all. Do not ride me. You know, that's like the storyline. And I'm like, I can't go with that no more. You know, I'm just like, it gotta be more than just that. Gotta be more. And then Lilith, you know, had left. This is like in the book of Enoch, I believe. Like Lilith had left, was like, fuck you, nigga. You ain't trying to let me ride, yada, yada. Like, what's the problem? Whatever, whatever. And then here go Adam, you know, God sending three angels to Lilith, like asking her to come back to Adam. Come on back to Adam, you know. He probably just eating, man. I'm about to say, eat your cootie. That probably, I don't even know. Was that going, man? A whole nother video. Who knows if it was sucking and fucking, I don't know, sucking and licking going on. But I'm just like, it should have been, because I'm like, if I mean, I would have experienced all kinds of Kama Sutra. Unless that's when Eve came in at, and Eve was probably like, hey, do whatever you want to do with me. They probably made Eve a little slow because they like shoot Adam. I mean, not Adam, Lilith, she probably had a brain on her and just like, you know, had that confidence. It was like, yeah, Lilith, she don't take no bullshit. You know, she's cool, but we gotta make her seem like she's a bad person. And all the whole time when she was cool as shit. And then it was like, all right, we got to come up with another person. Let's just make Eve, but make her a little off. You know, make her more submissive, or make her submissive. You know, just listen to Adam or listen to anybody that tell her something good. And that's when the serpent came and whatever. Serpent Pie was like, oh, I already broke up Lilith and Adam's relationship. Oh, he created another one. Oh, okay. Well, this one look a little slow. Let me go ahead and plant a seed in her head. This, you know, the serpent, since I don't got no mate, I'm by my damn self. That's, I'm like, where was the serpent mate at? What did this? I mean, all the animals had mates. The serpent didn't have a mate. Like, serpent, you too busy. Or serpent, even if you did have a mate, like, why are you all focused on somebody else's relationship? Like, go fuck with goodness. Go focus on your relationship, I guess, with your partner, with your other serpent, you know, counterpart. Again, unless the serpent didn't have a mate. That's what I'm trying. Like, come on, that what really happened, y'all? What really happened? What are y'all thoughts and y'all ideas? But anyways, this is just mine. I'm about to get off of here now. It's 2:41. This is just some thoughts that were just coming through my mind or whatever with some stuff. But I'm just saying, did the serpent have a mate, or did not the serpent, or did not? Goodness, I can't even talk. Did Demetra have a tongue? Goodness. Okay, did the serpent was a serpent by himself and did not have a mate? Mind you, all the animals at this point, when Eve came along, had mates. Okay? Everybody had mates, male and female. All the animals had mates. God was like, "Oh, it's not good for Adam to be alone." Well, what happened to Lilith? Because his fat fuck ran Lilith off. What if he was obese? But I'm like, yeah, how could he be obese with fruits and berries? I don't know, but that is a possibility though. That's what probably Lilith was like. You ain't laying on top of me. You sweat too damn much. It's too hot outside. I don't know, but I'm like, that's probably. I mean, could be a possibility. That's why the serpent was like, oh, I'm gonna mess up all relationships with Adam, because God gave Adam and keep giving Adam mates, but he left me by myself. I'm over here chasing my tail. This is the serpent now. The serpent, like, I'm over here chasing my tail because God didn't give me a mate. So all Adam fuck buddies, wives, whatever, I'm gonna screw up that relationship because God screwed me over. I'm just saying that could be a possibility. I'm not saying that's what happened, and I'm not saying it did happen. This is just thoughts of mine, and I'm trying to make it make sense. So I think that's about sum it up. But I'm just saying I don't know what guy. My personal experience is a lot of guys like it when females ride. So if the story is Adam did not want Lilith to ride, he wanted her to be on her back. Again, it's plenty of different positions, plenty of different sexual positions. But if we going with the story that Adam wanted Lilith to lay on her back and be submissive during sex, and that caused that argument, and that's how everything happened. I think it's time to like rewrite that or like come up with something better nowadays. I don't know. Because okay, but then again, I haven't been with all men, so maybe some men don't like to be ridden or rodden, don't like to be ride on. Hey, I don't know. But all right, that's all I'm gonna say for this video. Yeah, all right, bye. Okay, I said end screen. Oh wait, hold on, not yet. Hold on, I'm gonna say one more thing. This is about my channel. Only subscribe to my channel if you plan on watching my videos. If you do not plan on watching my videos, do not subscribe. I'm not like everybody else who come on and be like, share, and subscribe. Fuck all that. Don't like, don't share, don't subscribe if you do not plan on watching my videos. Now, if you plan on watching my videos, of course, subscribe. But if not, do not subscribe to my channel. Okay. Thank you. And yeah. Okay. Bye.